Well, hello everyone. It seems I was completely wrong in my guesses. Thank you, Mavel Tokon, for delivering that fantastic new trailer that destroyed everything I was thinking. But hey, that's how it goes sometimes. But that means we get another shot at trying to predict what's going on. And with the new theory that's going around, we might have a more solid way of doing that. But first, let's discuss what happens. So, as you all know, the new Mavel Tokon trailer arrived and completely destroyed everything I was thinking when they revealed that Star-Lord was on Spider-Man's team, as well as Penny Parker being a part of it. Boy, did I not see that coming. I did not see that coming at all. It is pretty exciting to see Penny in the game, but I will say the trailer was also mildly disappointing because of the fact that it only introduced one new character, being Penny Parker. I was hoping they weren't going to do that with any of the teams, that they would at least add 2 new characters to every team, which is why in my original list here, when I put Miss Marvel on the Spider-Man team and was trying to, and gave some solid reasons as to why I believed Star-Lord would end up with Doctor Doom. Part of my reasoning for that was because I didn't want to see 3 existing characters end up on a team revealing only one new one. Because, as we saw, it was a bit disappointing and made the trailer a little less hype. But that's what happened, so we live with it. But the interesting thing is that apparently we were told right in our faces that both Star-Lord, Miss Marvel, and that another spider character would be introduced. And that is because of the theory going around that these end cards actually have clues doodled on them showing us who is coming next. Such as the little squiggle up here. Doesn't look like much at first, but when you look at it closely, it's 2 M's together representing Miss Marvel. Then you have the stars here, Star-Lord, and then the spider web down in the left corner here, Spider-Man, or Penny Parker, because she's also a Spider-Verse character. Thus, if the theories are true about these end cards telling us who's coming, that means we were straight up shown who was next and just didn't see it. Now, some of you more observant people caught this. Sadly, I was not one of those people. But now that I know, it gives precedent to the doodles that are on this end card and who they could potentially be hinting at. We got marshmallow roasting on a stick over Ghost Rider's head. Wonder who that could be. A duck. Probably going to be Howard the Duck. Don't want to see it, but it's probably going to happen. These little star speckles. Now, I do have some speculation that these star speckles can mean one of 2 things. They're nothing, or they represent an upcoming character. Because I also saw them in Star-Lord's character card. Let's see if I can find that real quick. Yeah, here we go. As you can see here, right next to Star-Lord's head, you have those same star speckles. Now, this could mean one of 2 things. They're just there to represent Star-Lord, who was recently revealed to be on Spider-Man's team. Or they could potentially represent a galactic character, which could mean that one of the upcoming characters is also space-based and will most likely be on Doom's team. So we have potentially another cosmic-based character joining Doom's team, which would be pretty sick. But who could that be, and who do these other images represent? Let's see, we have a magic wand. If you connect this with the potential spoilers we got, in case you don't want to hear this, warning for spoilers ahead, I'm sure you can connect the dots, but one of those spoilers was Scarlet Witch, or Wanda. Wanda, pretty in your face, kind of pretty much hard confirming or soft confirming that Scarlet Witch is in the game. but then you have this red star within a circle. Now, I did some brainstorming, and by that I mean some research into what this logo could represent. One of the main ones was the Winter Soldier. I found a few different images like this when I was looking up logos that represented him, and would you look at that? A red circle with a red star inside. So, Bucky, the Winter Soldier, might very well be coming to the game as well. It had crossed my mind that it could be Red Guardian, because he also has a red star, but I was like, that doesn't quite fit because it's like a fully colored in red star. I mean, you do got the red circle part with a red star though, so they could do that. Or I was thinking it was Star, who is almost kind of like a Captain Marvel-esque power level type of character. And one of her motifs is also a red star, but I didn't find many of her motifs involving a red circle with the red star inside. So I'm gonna say it's most likely like 90% chance that it's most likely Bucky. And if that's the case with this information here, what will these teams look like? But first, we need to figure out what this is. The marshmallow roasting on a stick above Ghost Rider's head. And apparently there is one existing official piece of merchandise that involves this. And it's with Deadpool roasting a piece of marshmallow on a stick above Ghost Rider's head. This is the only thing I could find involving a marshmallow being roasted over Ghost Rider's head in an official capacity, since that is the official piece of merchandise that can be purchased. So that would mean we would be getting good old Deadpool in the game, which is pretty hype. So with that information, what are these teams going to potentially look like? So let's add in the ones we believe are going to be in here, such as Scarlet Witch. She can go one of two places. Doctor Doom's team, since she has been a villain in recent times, or the Avengers team, which is where I'm hoping she ends up. Then we have the Duck. Howard the Duck. I don't think he's going to end up with Doom. If they put him with Doom, I think that would upset some people. I don't think people really want to see him here. It does make sense for him to be here, but I also said it made sense for Star-Lord to be with somebody as well, so maybe they're going to be like, hey, let's put Howard the Duck with Doctor Doom, because that's crazy and wild. Because you didn't see this shit coming, did you? No? You didn't guess Star-Lord would be with Spider-Man? Even though there's like 2 instances in the comics where Spider-Man has teamed up with the Guardians or made a Guardians team. Although one of those instances was literally last year, March 2025, issue number 13 of like The Amazing Spider-Man, and then there was a run of like Symbiote Spider-Man at some time where he also crafted a Guardians team, but it was really weird and had like Kang the Conqueror on it and stuff like that. However, the more recent one, I believe, had Rocket on it. No Star-Lord in sight though, so I guess this works. I would have much rather seen him here, because then, like, my ruler idea would have been, you know, functioning. The ruler angle would have been pretty cool, but whatever. In any case, back on track. I do think Howard the Duck will probably end up here, because both Ghost Rider and him have been on Defender teams at some point in time. And guess who else has been on a Defender team? Who could go here? That has been teased. Deadpool. I could see this working out because you got Goofy Duck, crazy fourth wall breaking guy. This is just the weirdos team. So who is the last weirdo? I don't freaking know. I know who I would want it to be. You know, I think you need somebody a bit more serious to balance these guys out. Kind of have the 2 wacky ones, and then you got your slightly more serious characters. Although I think Robbie Reyes is a bit more free-spirited from what I understand. So, maybe you get a crazy gun-toting girl, Elsa Bloodstone. That'd be sick. A gun kata type character. Marvel loves those type of... not Marvel. My mistake. Arxis loves their gun-toting characters. And she fulfills one of the waifu roles by giving us another female character. So I think it's a win. Plus, you can have kind of a wink at BlazBlue fans because she would kind of reference Noelle Vermillion, who was also a dual-wielding gun kata character. Seems like it checks a lot of cool boxes for Arxis and for the things they want to pick out. She's not that super well known. She's a weird pick. She hasn't really been in a lot of fighting games. Her popularity has risen a bit more in recent times. Marvel rivals, along with like Magic and Penny, although Penny's has a bit more history with like the Spider-Verse movies, but could have some influence. So, personally, I would like to see Elsa or Blade end up here, but at this point, who the frick knows? It could be anybody crazy, but I'm gonna keep her here as my own personal wish, and kind of a guess as well. But then we have the last Avengers member, so I could see it happening, and this would be a pretty cool balanced out team. You got your one female character. However, if they are going the route of having Wanda be a part of the villain team, and she comes down here, maybe we end up getting an all-guys team with Thor coming up here. That could work. I could see that happening. And then another one of those potential leaks we got was that Magneto was in the game. But then who was left? Well, if those stars that I was talking about represent cosmic characters, I could see it being Thanos or even Loki. Both of those would be really strong, solid picks to go up here. I know a lot of people would like to see either one of these dudes in the game. I know the MVC people wouldn't mind seeing Thanos in here. And Loki would work too. I can't remember if he's been in a few games or not. I'm pretty sure he's been an MVC character. Maybe. But if Thor isn't going to be present and he's off busy somewhere or something like that, I could see them throwing Emma Frost up here. Having two villainous ladies with two villainous men. But if they're only doing one guy, one girl, then I'm guessing Thanos or Loki, or whoever knows what wacky pick they come up with. What other kind of cosmic villains could they go with? They could go with a Nihilus, I guess. That'd be kind of cool. Crazy, destructive Bugman. I guess they could just randomly throw Hela on here, too. That would be interesting. I'd rather see Loki, but Hela would be cool. But one of these three, alongside these guys, would be my picks. So either Thanos, Emma, or Loki would be who I'm predicting to end up here. And then especially if Wanda's up here, then I definitely could see the team looking something like this, or like this. I feel like they're going to give us a villainous female, though, so I'm going to have Emma be there. But Thanos is still a potential pick. He's like my other pick. I mean, I'm sure people would love to see Venom added up here, but I don't think they're doing that. I think they're going to make this guy DLC, along with the other characters who are potentially teased at with the spoilers we got, being Doctor Strange, because the Sanctum Sanctorum stage was teased, so he could be DLC. Wakanda was teased in that potential leak we got, so then Black Panther is probably DLC. That'd be pretty cool. But yeah, with the information we've gotten, this is how I'm thinking the list is gonna go, along with like how things could switch up, like if Wanda ends up down here and who could end up here. As for another weird pick for up here, I could see Wasp or somebody like that being a potential female pick for up here, assuming Wanda doesn't end up here and becomes a part of the villain team. But for now, I'm going to keep it like this. But we've gone over some potential alternatives it could be. And if you want to see how completely wrong I was previously, check out my previous prediction video. So, with that said, Mr. Howery, out.